My wife smiled and said, "The business is legally mine. You're just an employee here." She expected me to argue. Instead, I quietly said, "Are you sure?" She laughed. That was the biggest mistake she ever made 7 years ago. My grandfather passed away and left me an inheritance. Instead of spending it, I invested every rupee into the startup my wife and I dreamed about. She became the CEO because she loved being in front of people. I stayed behind the scenes, building the systems, managing the money, solving every crisis. The company exploded. Everyone praised her. Nobody knew where the startup money had come from. Then one afternoon, after a disagreement, she walked into my office with a folder. She told me she'd already spoken to a lawyer. Then she looked at me and said, "The business is legally mine. Pack your things. You're just an employee." I didn't raise my voice. I simply called the lawyer who handled my inheritance years earlier. The next morning, we sat across the table. He opened an old file and placed one document in front of everyone. The room went silent. The original funding agreement included a clause that changed how the investment had to be handled under specific circumstances during the first 7 years. Her lawyer read it twice. Then he leaned over and whispered something to her. For the first time, she looked nervous. The same person who told me to leave was now asking if we could settle everything peacefully. We reached an agreement without a courtroom battle. I walked away with what was fair. She kept the company, and I kept something more valuable: my self-respect. Sometimes the loudest person in the room thinks they've already won, but the quiet person holding the paperwork writes the final chapter. What would you have done if someone called you just an employee in a business you helped build? Let me know in the comments.